Hi guys, Miss Sanchez here, looking as beautiful and radiant as ever. So I wanted to share a little lesson with you that you guys can do at home with your parents' permission and probably help. And I think it's a really neat thing to do, especially at the end of the season where some of the materials that we use for our earth art are going to start dying off. Okay, all right, so one of the materials that I'm going to be using in this project is bone. My significant other's grandfather has a farm and they had cow skulls out there. So I am going to be using this guy, and this guy. So I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to be using it. Probably this one, because if you look, you can see it already has some stuff growing on it. And what we're going to be using to paint and decorate those skulls is actually living paint. Okay, so the living paint that we're going to be making uses this stuff. So the stuff that we are going to be using is moss, and it looks like, if I can flip my camera around, maybe. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to do it this way. So it looks like this. So this is the kind of moss that you can get anywhere in the woods, in the park, growing on trees, growing in between bricks. I harvested this over a week and a half, maybe ago or so, and I just kept it wet by just taking a water bottle and spraying it and spraying the wood underneath to make sure it stays nice and wet. And you don't want to have it be in complete sun. It's best to kind of keep it where it's not in the direct sunlight if you're going to keep it alive. So maybe say you harvest your moss and you clean it up and you keep it alive for a couple days before you make the paint. Okay, so that's one of the things you're going to need, is to collect some moss. You're also going to need something to put your moss paint on. So for me, like I said, I was going to be using bone, but you don't have to use bone. You can use wood, you can use brick, you can use a rock. You could paint on a wall outside as long as it belongs to you and everybody in the house says it's okay to do. Basically, you're looking for some sort of porous surface. Now, what does porous mean? Porous means that it has holes in it and is easily absorbs water, and it gives your moss something to like grab onto. Okay, so come back after you've gathered some moss and you've found something that you can paint on with your moss paint, because that's what we're going to be creating, is a living moss paint, and it will grow as long as you water it and keep it happy and healthy. Whatever you paint is going to grow. Okay.